Respawn is reportedly working on a new game set in the Titanfall universe, but it's not Titanfall 3. That's according to Giant Bomb reporter Jeff Grubb, who discussed Respawn's current projects on his Game Mess Mornings podcast. And judging from these reports, Respawn appears to be taking a different approach to this next entry in the franchise. However, nothing has been confirmed directly by EA or Respawn, so as we wait for an official announcement, let's keep in mind that everything is purely speculation. Unfortunately, we don't know much right now, but according to Grubb, we could see a spin-off game set in the Titanfall universe. This is the same person who was also responsible for the leaks surrounding the Titanfall/Apex single-player game before it was cancelled, so there is some credibility to these reports. In his latest episode, which aired on March 8th, Grubb claims that Titanfall's game director Steve Fukuda is currently leading a development team at Respawn as they begin work on a new entry in the Titanfall universe. A quote from Grubb states, "There are always conversations about Titanfall 3, but whenever I look into it, they're not making Titanfall 3. He adds that Respawn is currently working on a prototype in the very early stages of development. He doesn't mention much else, aside from one very noteworthy comment. This game, as far as I understand, is a Titanfall game. It's in the Titanfall universe, but everyone I talk to keeps saying, well, it's not, so don't get in your head that it's Titanfall 3. Because we don't have enough information right now, it's hard to know what this game will be like, aside from offering a best guess. To me, this does not sound like it will be a continuation of Titanfall 2. The quote provided by Grubb suggests that this game will be separate from the main story entirely, with possible connections to pre-existing characters and events. So we are getting a game in the Titanfall universe, but not necessarily a Titanfall game. It will most likely expand upon the Titanfall IP with new characters and a new story. But what strikes me the most though is the wording. Grubb continuously refers to this project as being in very early development, with the team over at Respawn in an early prototyping phase. That to me sounds like they don't have a clear vision just yet. It's more like they have a basic premise, but they are still figuring out what the end goal is. If this is going to be an expansion, then there is always the chance that they could attempt to merge it into Apex Legends, because they have had that idea in the past with the now scrapped Titanfall Legends that was in development. Then again, the fact that they are still prototyping means this could be a separate game altogether, and if I may suggest another thing, the fact that they are considering a game set in the Titanfall universe, but not a Titanfall game per se, means they might be experimenting more than we think. We could end up seeing something that looks like Titanfall, but not resemble it at all. In fact, I'm willing to bet that Respawn is looking to craft an entirely new experience from the ground up that will expand upon the ideas set by Titanfall. Now, that idea might frighten people, but I'm actually excited about what this could imply. I am all for Respawn taking on other projects in the Titanfall universe. I want to see them take risks, I want to see them push themselves. Respawn has a history of innovating, and so I would love to see how they could change the traditional Titanfall formula for something that's in the same universe, but not restricted to being a direct sequel to pre-existing games. It's something new and exciting, and has me feeling the same way as when Titanfall first came out. But I'd like to know how they intend to utilize the Titanfall setting. If this game is going to tie into the main universe, then I'm curious to see how that would impact the development of this project. How will it incorporate the established lore and expand on it? It's an exciting prospect really, because we have never seen the Titanfall universe through this unique perspective before. Everything has usually been tied to the mainline series of games. But if this does intend to be a spin-off, then anything Respawn decides to do with this game will have massive repercussions for the entire franchise, either for better or for worse. And if it does well, then we could be seeing more spin-off games in the future. I'm questioning most of what they could be prototyping. They mentioned that this game is very early in development and that it doesn't sound like much has been done at all. This could be a single-player, story-driven game, or maybe with the recent success of games like Helldivers, they could be taking inspiration from that and working on a cooperative multiplayer game, which I think could be really cool. It could be something that appeals to a much larger audience. But it's too soon to say anything really. I can't offer anything more than just a prediction simply because I don't know anything. Again, this could all end up being a hoax. but it does come from a credible source, so I guess we will just have to wait and see. I'm not overly bummed that we didn't get any confirmation of Titanfall 3. I'm confident Respawn won't be taking on that challenge anytime soon, especially if this rumor does turn out to be true. And if I'm being honest, any news is good news at this point. And if this does turn out to be a massive success, then the possibilities are endless really. When they do decide to work on Titanfall 3, I want them to take their time, listen to the community, and be open with us. This is not a game they can rush, and it should be something that the community gets involved in. But a spin-off game, I'm excited about, and I'm even more excited to see how things will change. I'm open to any new experience, especially something set in the Titanfall universe. So while I patiently wait for any news on Titanfall 3, I remain optimistic about this upcoming title and hope to see an official announcement by EA and Respawn soon. Those are just my predictions, but I'm curious to know what you guys think. Are you excited about a spin-off, and what else might you want to see? Whatever it is, let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and until next time, this is Agent Mav, signing off.